What's up guys, MrVerry here, and today I'm going to be showing you the hard spirit grounds, and these are sick. I've been hunting here a little earlier with some friends, and actually the Fury Gate's open in my world too, so you can see that I'm about 57% to 246, which is awesome. And I got magic level 82 again, so that's cool. And I'm sure you've noticed I got my new mount. I actually just got this. I was taking a friend the Lich Hell, and I managed to get the Undead Cave Bear, so I'm very happy about that. And without further ado, I will get to showing you guys this area that I have wanted to show you for so very long. So unfortunately, my eyes have been hurting like fucking crazy, and that really sucks, but really nothing I can do about it. And it's you know, it's shitty. It's basically because I wear contacts a lot. So, if you don't take them out all the time and if you don't have the kind that are sensitive to your eyes in those situations, then when you leave them in for extended periods of time, it does end up actually hurting quite bad. And of course, it's made my nose all runny, so sorry if I don't sound the best right now, but I am in a good mood. I am happy. I'm really happy about getting my cave bear. I've been looking forward to that. I tried to tame them the other day. There was two of them, and I didn't end up getting either of them, so I was really disappointed by that. But enough about my cave bear and whatnot. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about this area. So this area houses specters, phantasms, nightmares, and nightmare scions. Now, if you're a mage, you're going to want to use explosions. On a on a on a druid, you can use Exori Moi Eco for the nightmares and nightmare scions. For the phantasms, you want to use fire and energy based attacks, as well as you want to take care of the summons they create. So we see that I use my great energy beam and energy wave to quickly deal with the phantasm, and they do give really, really great experience, so that's nice. As do the specters, and they are also weak to fire and energy. The specters drop demon bone amulets, relic swords, wand of cosmic energies very frequently, so that's very awesome. The phantasms drop abyss hammers, crown armor, shadow specters, scepters, and the nightmare scions actually drop shadow scepters too, which is a neat little coincidence. And you can see they also drop a good amount of great mana potions, which is pretty helpful for, mages. So this is definitely a mage area. The phantasms are completely immune to physical damage, and the specters are 90% resistant. So as a paladin, you would have a very hard time here without a mage friend to help you, or you would be most likely wasting spamming your mass sand, which the phantasms would most likely be able to heal through, unfortunately. However, the nightmares are obviously very good for paladins. Nightmares have very low defense. That's why I tell you guys to use physical damage. They also are weak to holy, and all the creatures here are weak to holy, so I think the ideal team here would be to have a mage and a paladin. I came here with a lower level mage earlier, and we did really well actually, and it was a really good time. But like I said, I think the ideal team, if you were trying to get the perfect team for this area, that would be it. So we get our loot, we get a demonic essence, and this is also a really great area for demonic essences, as all of the creatures here drop demonic essences. So that's very cool. See? And we get another one. And for those of you who don't know, those are 1k a piece, so they do add up quite quickly, I might add. And of course, nightmares are pretty resistant to fire, more so than they are ice. But when we are facing a Spectre, our prime goal is to take the Spectre out, especially since we're dealing damage to it first. And they have the great capacity to heal. So we're pulling a Scion. And I also use explosions on them because it crushes them much faster. And, you know, avalanches are good too when you're not trying to aim and just trying to get one off real quick. And I believe all the creatures here, except for maybe Spectres, drop death rings. So that's, you know, a neat little thing. It's nothing too special, but it's helpful. Oh, that was frustrating. Oh, fuck. So, Phantasms are actually pretty strong. Yeah, I can't believe I actually just panicked a little there. Like I said, unfortunately, I don't have my contacts in and I'm nearsighted, so, like, in order for me to play right now, I have to just, like, lean into my computer, get, like, really close to it. So, it's kind of awkward. I'm not used to sitting this way, nor am I used to having my face pressed up against the computer screen while I'm playing, but, you know, adjusting. So you see that I just use my strew of energy, and unfortunately he just ended up making me drunk and made me miss my great energy beam. But I did not miss it that time, and I finish him off with a energy wave. And you can see that as far as my equipment goes, I have a bronze amulet, and my Depthocrea, my Gil Google, and my Royal Scale robe. Could I wear a Gil robe here? Yes, of course I could, and it would give me a little more earth protection. However, it would give me one less magic level. So that is why I keep my Royal Scale robe on, for those of you that are wondering. And I switch out from my Yalahari mask to my Gil Google because it gives me the same magic level boost, as well as protection from earth, which, as you guys know, nightmares use quite frequently. Like I said, sorry guys, I'm a little sick, so. And it really sucks that I don't have the original video from me hunting here. On my first Phantasm, I looted an Abyss Hammer, which I believe I mentioned already. And who knows, I could still upload that with something else, but unfortunately, that Scion has taken off, so, as nightmares tend to do. Oh god, my eyes are killing me. You're lucky I love you guys and I'm in a somewhat good mood despite the fact that my eyes really hurt. Nice, and I hit for an 825 on the Phantasm with a nice great energy wave. Or great energy wave. Energy wave. And I finish off the Nightmare Scion as he is running. And I think that is actually a second Phantasm. No, it's not. Okay, good. Made me a little nervous. I thought that I actually was dealing with another Phantasm. Sometimes it's hard to tell because there is so many around here. Um, that sometimes, you know, I'll think that I actually just have a clone on me, or they're summon, is what it actually is, but I call them clones just because they make so many, and they're like weaker clones, obviously. But, you know, you could see how it could be very easy to get more than one on me. And actually, more than one Spectre for me is a little nerve-wracking. That can potentially bring me down. Um, so, and he's off. And I finish him off with a great fireball, as I do not want him healing. For those of you who have noticed, Spectres do have some pretty nice healing, or not Spectres, but Phantasms have some pretty nice healing abilities. Spectres have some pretty nice healing abilities too, as you just saw. So yeah, this is an awesome area. While I would like to explore more around it, you can see I have the whole area mapped, and my friend and I were doing this earlier. The reason I wasn't recording is because I was on Skype, and I froze up earlier while we were in the Fury dungeon, so I didn't want to take the risk of freezing up while hunting here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of my new mount. I'm really excited about it. It's awesome. Like I've said before, this is my favorite mount, so to finally get it is just so cool. And unfortunately, we haven't really gotten any rares just yet, but you know, it's not impossible. I'm trying to make this video about, you know, 20 to you know, maybe 25 minutes. A little less will be alright if it comes down to that, but you know, I really wanted to show you guys this place, and I'm really excited that I'm able to. Like I said, I have to apologize again for, you know, not being in the best health, but I'm glad that I'm still able to bring you guys content regardless of that. And we let off a nice little energy wave, dealing quite heavy damage, and that was a terrible explosion as they both moved up at the same time. And I finish them off with an explosion, and that's another nice thing about explosions, is when they're running away, if they're still on your battle screen, you can pick them off with an explosion and deal very heavy damage to them. So we get a strong mana potion and a strong health potion out of the concentrated demonic bloods. And a Phantasm as well as a Nightmare are in hot pursuit. And luckily I get off quite a nice energy wave, so that's helpful. And you can see that the Phantasms have some very mean SDs. They deal very heavy damage with it, so. And of course the Nightmares deal very heavy damage with their Earth attack. So at the same time, having a Phantasm and a Nightmare on me, they can deal potentially upwards of 1,000 damage. So I have to really watch my health. Spectres are really, in my opinion, what saves this area. They are just phenomenal on loot most of the time. They have a 10% drop rate on Wands of Cosmic Energy, which is really nice. The only creature that bests such an awesome drop rate, in my opinion, is Furies, because they have a 20% drop rate on Terror Rods, which is just, you know, unheard of. And as you know, the Wand of Cosmic Energy is the sorcerer equivalent to a Druid's Terror Rod. So having you know, a whole extra 10% chance of looting it, actually, when we just left the Fury Dungeon, we left with 22 Terror Rods, and we weren't even there that long. We weren't there for more than an hour and a half, maybe, probably about an hour and 10 minutes. And we get another Phantasm. Ooh, and we have a Phantasm and a Spectre on us. And unfortunately, both these creatures can do quite heavy damage, so we have to be a little careful. Luckily, the Spectres have very low HP, and while they don't heal all the time, when they do heal, they actually end up healing for a somewhat decent amount. And we get 7 plats from the Spectre, which is really nice. They do drop quite a bit. And unfortunately, the Phantasm made me drunk, forcing me to miss that energy wave. And I let off another great energy beam, as the trick with Phantasms is to deal as much damage as fast as possible, as they are very quick healers and they deal a lot of damage, and of course the fact that they go invisible and then run away and heal and summon more Phantasms. Phantasms are all sorts of trouble. They're very confusing, and they're meant to be that way, and they also deal pretty significant amounts of damage. And I kind of wanted to hunt until, you know, I at least got a decent rare of some sort. I was really excited to get that Abyss hammer footage, but unfortunately I do not have that on this computer, so oh, you motherfucker. Good, this Nightmare is currently trapped, so I was able to finish him off quite easily. And hopefully this Scion takes on the same idea. Or I finish him off with a great energy beam off screen, which is one of the great things that sorcerers can do, is finish off their opponents with a great energy beam off screen. As it's running away, you just aim the energy beam, obviously, in the direction it's running, and hope that it doesn't move out of that path. So this is actually the Ghostlands in Carlin too, so I'm going to be showing the location where the spirit grounds appear in the Ghostlands at the end of this video. And we're going to do another Phantasm or two, perhaps another Spectre, and then we're going to wrap this up. Ooh, and that was an awesome energy wave. I ended up hitting all my targets, so that worked out very well. And I ended up finishing off the Nightmare Scion. And of course the Phantasm is now running, and I finish him off real quick with none other than a Great Fireball. And we get 2 small emeralds, a stealth ring. So far we've gotten 4 small amethysts, 5 small emeralds, 3 small topaz, 5 demonic essences, and no real rares yet. And that's just really mainly because we're still in the beginning of the hunt. You know, you do have a good chance of getting stuff at any time. Especially with these creatures, they actually have pretty decent drop rates, at least the Spectres do, and the Phantasms aren't terrible in that manner. But you win some, you lose some. And I had an awesome hunt here earlier, so I don't expect this to be anything extraordinary. Oh. And of course, another demonic essence. Phantasms do drop them almost every time, which is one of their one redeeming features because, you know, while you have to wait in between the crown armors and shadow scepters and whatnot, and hopefully getting an abyss hammer, you do have the solidarity of the demonic essences at least giving you 1k in the meantime. And of course, nightmares have a decent amount of creature products, so those are always helpful. And I just remembered I forgot to loot that one due to being in the heat of battle. It's probably the nerdiest thing I've ever said. Close. Not the nerdiest, but close. It's up there. And so, unfortunately, I'm trying to get off another nice energy wave, but they're making it very difficult. And due to the fact that there is another phantasm in the vicinity, I end up using my Rage of the Skies to decimate the phantasm that I had already dealt damage to, and then focus on the current phantasm. So that should be fun. And unfortunately, this one made me drunk, which made me miss both of those shots. And there's another phantasm, so that's going to be fun. Oh my god. Jesus, I think there's 3 phantasms on me right now, so that's a little scary. So I'm actually going to retreat back here a little bit. And unfortunately, that's going to allow them to heal. And I just got dealt a nasty amount of damage. And of course it's going to go invisible and then sneak up behind me and hit me for a shitload of damage. And when I go to use a very nice attack on it, it actually ends up just making me drunk and making me miss. Yeah, they're very frustrating creatures, as I've said before. And very dangerous too. You saw how I got a little panicky when I had that amount on me. And there's good reason for that. There's a reason to panic when there's that amount of phantasms on you. They're very powerful. Alright, so he's going around the bend to try to get to me. And I'm hitting him off screen with great fireballs, which is really all I can do at that point. And I get a nice energy wave off, thankfully. And I finish off our annoying little friend with a great fireball. And like I said, the one redeeming feature is the demonic essences, and they do drop quite a variety of gems quite often. Alright, so I suppose I will finish these nightmares up. Perhaps go to the north, see if I can grab one more Spectre and a couple nightmares, and then show you guys the entrance to the spirit grounds in Carlin, in the Ghostlands, when it is here, that is. And of course, if you guys ever want to know what's going on in your world, you can get an Adventurer's Stone. If you don't have one, you can get one from any temple priest, and for free, and then use it in the temple, and walk to the north a little bit, and you'll see a little billboard. You click use on that, and that'll let you know any events that are going on in your world. So a lot of players actually don't know about this, which was actually really surprising to me. So I just figured I would inform you guys. And let's see. 47% to level, and let's see how much experience per hour we're getting. We're getting 716,000 an hour, and that's with double EXP with no stamina boost. And unfortunately, our Spectre does not appear to be here at the moment. But we have another nightmare spawn, so after I finish this final nightmare, I will show you guys the entrance. Oh, and some of you guys were requesting that I do a Paradox Tower quest tutorial. Well, guess what? I'm going to. So you guys have that to look forward to. I'm not sure when. It is going to be on MrVerry, so I'm very excited for that. I look forward to being able to show you guys. So here we are at the entrance, and you see it's straight west of the hole where you come up, which is right here, and the hole where you go down is right there to get into the Ghostlands. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed despite my sickly feeling. I've sure enjoyed making this for you despite that. And obviously, like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment on this video with any feedback you may have for me. Let me know what you think about my new mount maybe. And if you haven't already and you enjoy the content I produce, subscribe to my channel for more content. Thanks for watching, guys.